What's going on, everybody? KingofDragons 5000 here, coming at you with another figure review. Today we'll be having a look at the Mattel WWE Elite Collection NXT Takeover Bayley. Here we have Bayley in the packaging, and oh my god, I just love Bayley. She's such a great human being, I'll say that. I will say that the figure looks kind of short, and I'll get into that in a little bit. She does come with entrance gear, which I believe they're talking about her wristbands, and the wacky waving inflatable arm flailing tube man. Really happy we're finally seeing the tube man with her. And there's 3 other ones. I just had to find the basic series. But it does give her name. Shows her NXT debut, March 20th, 2013. On the side, image of Bayley plus her name, and the same side on this one. On the back, we have a little bio of Bayley. And we already saw her NXT debut from San Jose, California. Finishing move, the Bayley to belly suplex. Never underestimate a hugger. The inspirational Bayley may be all smiles, but she can go toe-to-toe with anyone. A dream chaser who never quits, Bayley connects with the NXT universe like no one else. Hashtag hug life. Other figures of this wave include Seth Rollins, Bayley, No Way Jose, and Austin Aries AA himself. Cannot wait to get Bayley opened up, so what we're going to do now is take a little break, get her opened up, and then we'll go on to the rest of her review. So sit tight, everyone. And so here we have Bayley posing out of the packaging. Before we get on to the figure, guys, let's actually show off her wacky waving inflatable arm flailing tube man. Now, he does come in 4 separate parts. Let's actually move Bayley off camera for a bit. And he's really easy to assemble. You just put the torso on, like so. And the arms, they do go into the right arm does go into the right socket. The left arm does go into the left arm socket. This is the right arm, although I don't think it specifically says which side. Yeah, this side has a 1, and this side has a 2 on it. If you try pegging the one side into the 2, you can see it really doesn't fit all too well. So you just want to peg that side in. Find this side, plug it in like that. And here we have one of the wacky waving inflatable arm flailing tube men from Bayley's entrance. And he's actually quite tall. This is where Bayley stands to him, and she only comes up to about halfway onto his body. And we do get... He's just a really wacky thing that I'm really happy to have. I did mention in one review that we should get wacky waving inflatable arm flailing tube men for Bayley, and we finally get them. And this is just one of 4 of them, which hopefully I'll be able to complete all 4 of them, because these guys look hilarious, and I want to have these guys on my shelf. As far as articulation goes, the wacky waving inflatable arm flailing tube man does have a swivel at the arm for both sides, and he does swivel at the waist, although you're really not going to notice it. And can you hear that? That is a really loud squeak. That's on there good. I don't think I'll be able to take that apart. But that's the wacky waving inflatable arm flailing tube man, or just tube man as they call him. And let's actually move on to Bayley, which, as I suspected, this Bayley is short. Let's get the camera situated here. I was looking at her in the packaging and wondering why she looks so stubby, and it's because the boots they use for Bayley. But I'll get more into that later. Her other accessories do include her wristbands, which they do have a split in the side, so you can just slit that over and on, and you can take them off, and they are painted fairly well. Good enough, I would say. They're not the cleanest paint, but it is good enough. So moving those off to the side. So now here we have Bayley, and before we do a comparison, I want to just show off the figure really fast. So here we do have Bayley. Moving it on, we do get a new face. Well, not the new face. If you saw my review on the, what was it, the Spotlight Bayley, this is the Spotlight Bayley head, although I want to say that they reconfigured the way that her ponytail works, because it seems like it's much closer to the head and it doesn't want to move as far. It might just be my imagination, but that might be the case, that they actually reconfigured how the ponytail sits on Bayley, which is good because it was kind of fragile on her first two figures. And then we do have Bayley here. You can see the headband is painted wonderfully on mine. That's actually really good because my last Bayley figure, the headband was everywhere. We do have a... It kind of looks like Bayley is sleepy, like she's yawning. She's not really having a good time. She's just wanting to go to sleep. And then we do have her top, which is blue with the pink stars and outlined in yellow. Kind of wish that we would get an actual mold for Bayley, because these mold lines are getting ridiculous. It's not too noticeable from a distance, but up close you can obviously see the mold lines, which I'm not a huge fan of. You can see she is wearing black wrist tape. You can see the yellow trim on her tights. We do have the stars with the tassels. Let's just try to line those up. And then it does say Bayley on the side of her tights. And then, of course, we get to her boots, which now I'm going to point that out. Let's actually get Bayley standing here. Let's move the camera out for just one moment and get it situated here. So here we do have the NXT Takeover Bayley. So we have her. And here we have Bayley's first release, and as you can see, she shrunk. Bayley is shorter in her latest figure than she is with this one, and the reason for that is the boots. Just look at how much more height those boots give her. That's almost like a good half inch there. Well, not maybe half inch. Actually, yeah, that might be half an inch. I don't know why they did that, and it's really obvious when you look at it that these boots are not meant for this calf. We saw this with Dana Brooke, with a side of her calf was coming off the boots, and it wasn't too noticeable on Dana, but it's really noticeable on Bayley. I don't know why they went about it this way. It does take a little away from the figure, because compared to all the other Baileys, she's short, and I know Bayley isn't the tallest woman on the roster, but she's not that short either. I sense another update video coming in your future, guys, so be on the lookout for that. Moving on to Bayley's articulation, she has a standard female articulation for the WWE figures. She should have a ball-jointed head, although we really don't get much up and down movement. We do get some side to side, and no head tilt, unfortunately. Arms on a ball joint go out, do a full 360. She spins at the bicep, single jointed at the elbow, spins at the wrist, has an ab crunch, no side to side, but we do get back and forth. Waist swivel, legs go forward to about there, they go back, out, swivel at the thigh, single jointed in the knee, and that's a really stiff joint. Yeah. And yeah, it's just all stiff joints on Bayley. Oh, and it actually moved the peg a little bit, so now you can see the E doesn't quite line up anymore. So that's a little unfortunate. Maybe I can keep wiggling it so that I'll figure that out later. But single joints in the knee, boot swivel, loose ankle right here, but a tighter ankle here. So all the articulation you've come to expect from Mattel's female wave, or female figures. So what I'm going to do now is take a little break, get her posed for my final thoughts, then we'll wrap up this review. So sit tight, everyone. And here we have Bayley posed with the wacky waving and inflatable arm flailing tube man, and I really do like the way this guy came out. He's a nice little addition, and you can just have him like waving in the distance. But as it stands, I really do like the way this Bayley is, although I don't know why they went with these feet. These feet don't work with Bayley. And as I was messing around with her, the feet did get a little more loose, so that is unfortunate. This not only is this Bayley short, she's also going to have a hard time standing. And now that I said that, she's not going to have a hard time standing, which is, you know, it happens to the best of us. But anyway, I do like the way this Bayley is. Really glad that we got the wacky waving and inflatable arm flailing two men that I said we should have gotten a long time ago. Glad we're getting them now. As far as Bayley goes as a figure, I do like her. I like this color scheme. I just don't like the boots. Those boots have got to go, and I am going to change it up, and we'll post an update video. If you are looking for this Bayley, she is available only at Target. The NXT Takeover wave is a Target exclusive, so if you're looking for them, go check your local Targets. It took me about 2 weeks to find these guys, and they cost about the same as most Elite figures, $19.99, so it comes out to $21 something with tax. If you're a fan of Bayley like me, you're going to want to pick her up because, you know, I enjoyed every Bayley figure we've gotten so far. Just going to update this one. No harm will come from it. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching my video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel. Go ahead and check out all my other action figure reviews. All my WWE figures are also up. So why don't you go ahead and go check those out too. As always, if there's a figure you would like to see me review, go ahead and let me know down in the comments. And I'll see if it fits in my collection. And until next time, guys, I'll see you later. Take care, everyone. My dream.